All right, looks like we're live. We'll give it a couple of minutes before because it always takes people a little while to get my notifications. But this is going to be an interesting panel. Of course, I'll do formal introductions when we get to the actual panel. But we've got this is just the tip of the iceberg. Everybody, we teased it yesterday on KDOT stream. But here we are today. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of investigative work here, and you'll notice a document on screen. I'll talk about it in just a minute. If as soon as we get a couple people in here and I get confirmation that people can hear us and whatnot, we'll get started with the panel. But I'm very happy to have my guest here today. But happy Easter, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day, enjoying all the festivities that go along with Easter. Have you guys had a chance to check out Mustachio's latest announcement?
It was hilarious.
I don't know, man. This is going to be a formidable matchup for the Mustachioed. I don't know. I'm thinking that
he's hitting the big dogs.
He's went on from like small fish, apparently, like you and I got to bigger fish. But all right, Jen Wow is in there. Jesse, happy Easter to you. TN Accountability. John Denicola, happy Easter to you. All right, I think we've got enough to get started. So let's go ahead and get started. Jen Hart, that's all I got to say. All right, let's get started here. Let me do this intro music that everybody knows and either loves or loathes. Either way, it gets people talking. All right, welcome everybody to a special Easter edition of whatever this is. I think I called it an expose. I of course am MLH. I'm on with my little bro KDOT, DJ KDOT, the party, and my big sis Ellie. Ellie, how are you today?
I'm outstanding, little bro. How are you?
Well, we got to keep it real, right? I mean,
and my main cuz KDOT in the house.
Hey, how you doing, Ellie?
Living that YouTube dream.
Yeah. Well, it's all about clicks and views for us, Ellie.
Always, man. And we need the donos, everybody. We need the donos. Got to buy the merch. We don't have any yet, but if you could buy it, that'd be great. If you could join, we don't have any memberships, but if you could just make one up and send it on in, that'd be great, man. We really appreciate it. Let's rock this house.
I'm thinking of doing a tiered membership, Ellie. I think my starting price is going to be $99 a month. For
absolutely, it should go up to $999.99.
Right.
And for that, you get a personal greeting and autograph of MLH and Mustachio in the same setting.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. And I'm thinking of doing merch too. Like with certain stars of the videos. Like if I go out and find somebody that maybe like off his rocker or off of her rocker, just plastering their face.
No. That's not how we're going to do the merch here.
Okay.
Here's how the merch is going to work.
Okay.
If you want to purchase merch, if you could please find the distributor, design it, purchase it, and then just send the money to MLH and KDOT.
Right.
That would be great.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, that's pretty much how it really works.
Right. Exactly right.
You farm it out to somebody else, have somebody else do it and mail it and do all that other stuff, and you just take a cut.
Yeah,
so we just figured that if you're going to really wear something,
right,
go ahead and just design it yourself. This way we know you're going to purchase it.
Right.
Just upcharge it a few bucks and send that as a dono.
Right, absolutely, 100%. And then, perfectly tax deductible too, right? I mean, we gotta.
Oh, no, 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 no. We can't, no false claims. There is no tax deduction here. This is not a nonprofit. This is a
Right.
for-profit. Everything on YouTube is for profit.
Right,
Don't let
right.
anybody fool you.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. That's right. Hey, let me
Oh
give a
my
quick
god, you
shout
guys are
out
the
to.
worst.
I
You
know
guys
we
are
are
the
the worst, man.
worst.
I'm the worst for sure. Let me give a quick shout out to everybody in chat. Kip LA is in there. Jesse Sepulveda, welcome to you. Jen, our good friend Jen, is in the house. TN Accountability, John Denicola. Who else am I missing here? McDonald, welcome on
Oh,
in.
McDonald's in. Hey, honey.
Yeah.
Hey, McDonald.
McDonald's a great dude.
Yeah.
Said TN Accountability. Welcome. Transparency time. Good morning to everybody. Let's see if I missed anybody else. I don't think. Oh, Bradley's V is in there. Jonathan Mazzilli said I'd pay for that. So he's interested in the $999 tier.
Well, wait, are you sure that that's the one he's interested in? Maybe he's interested in the merch and designing that.
That's
You can't assume. Stop assuming.
I know. Let's not assume.
Oh, and good
Alicia's
morning, John. Good morning.
Yep.
Just,
Alicia's in there as well. All right. I've summoned all of you here today with my magic powers because there's been something that's been on my mind for a long time. And it all starts with this document that you see on the screen here. This is, excuse me, this is Sergeant Douglas, the cover-up Douglas, I should call him.
There we go.
Evaluations. And look, when I first went over this document, I did another panel, right, where I kind of skimmed this document and found the most egregious of things, like his cover-up of an officer, sleeping on the job, and this sergeant basically being reprimanded for it, which we'll cover again in this video. But Ellie has so eloquently just kind of combed through this with a fine-tooth comb, and it's exposed a lot of corruption within the Aurora Police Department that I think needs to be put out in the light here. Because
and can I interrupt for 1 second? Shout out to Aurora PD. I'm really sorry that I had to do that, but perhaps you should not have put ignorant things in writing.
Right.
So
And
shout out for Hooked on Phonics worked for me.
Exactly. John Denicola says, I'm like Scientology, I'm tax exempt.
Yeah, no, I thought that was funny. I love John.
And Jesse Sepulveda says, I like free. Well, there'll be a free tier too, Jesse. Always, there's always going to be a free tier. But I'm really aiming for the I'm hitting home runs here. So 900. I think we could go above $999 a month, Ellie. I know that there's people willing to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for phone numbers and other things of that nature. So we got to get we got to get it while we can. The world's going to hell. So just saying. All right, let's get started.
No, but I do want to comment on Jesse's thing that he likes free.
Yes,
I like free too, and if it's free, it's for me. But remember, in freedom should be free. So why are we charging for these things? Just things to make you go, Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Right.
Just my thought.
Strong point.
I think that's a very valid argument too.
Yeah.
But for $999.99, you too can hear what I say for free for a fee. It's free for a fee. Just saying.
It's free for me, but not
is it trash or smash?
That should be like for donos. Give me $10 if you think it's trash, and give me $10 if you think it's smash.
Right.
Either way, send your $10. Send your donos.
John Tenicola says, "I have a design for you. I'm a boob from Aurora PD." Perfect. Look, you wait because there's so many things wrong with this document that it's going to blow you guys' mind. Jen Wow says, get your number. You already have my number, Jen. You're one of the special. Oh, here's his down payment, Jesse. Thank you very much. $1.99 super chat. He says, "Here's my down payment."
Okay, that's only going to give you an F. You have to buy the R, and the vowels are very expensive these days. With inflation, days and times like this, in these days and times, vowels have to cost a lot. But before we start, because KDOT and MLH are giving me the accolades of going through all this stuff, I did want to let people know the reason why some things might have been missed on the last live that they did was just because of the order in which they went through. They started from the most recent
back to the
and then went to the oldest, and you missed a lot. So when they sent it to me, I actually did the opposite. And I started from the very beginning when our dear friend Sargent Douglas started out on the PD, beating those streets, pounding the pavements, making the world a safer place, and wanted to get a better understanding of him.
Right.
And boy, did I get an education.
Yeah.
So I picked it apart, and then I compared it to the next one, and then the next one. And the things that you will see will be very shocking and surprising to some. Some will, expect it, but understand. The reason why these things are the way they are is because these reviews are done by other government officials. Yeah. So are they really going to tell their friends the truth? They do in one aspect because Hooked on Phonics didn't work for them. And they didn't realize. So you will get to see for yourself from the beginning, from the oldest to the newest, just like I did, on exactly what transpired.
Right. Jonathan says for $999 a month, I'm moving in with MLH. You get a free membership. You get a free membership.
You know what, Jonathan, for $1,000 a month on the 13th month, MLH will give you a room there. Now, we cannot say that the room will technically be attached, and you might have to have a different outhouse. We can't promise electricity or indoor plumbing, but on the 13th month, you can claim that benefit for sure.
Sasquatch says, I see how it is. KDOT don't love me no more. Is that true?
Oh, Caucasian, everybody loves you.
I absolutely love you, but we had a great time. I did a big smoke show. I think it was last week or something like that. And we watched after the show, we watched Top Gun, the newest one, and we had a great time. Yeah. So shout out to Caucasian Sasquatch.
Yeah. Johnny Bravo's in chat. Happy Easter to you, sir. All right. So let's get to this document, and let's let me first start by saying there are a lot of date discrepancies, Ellie. Am I right or wrong in that? Because
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And only in Aurora PD. I encourage everybody to please go and immediately apply for the Aurora PD, because your reviews are only based on 4 months out of the 12 months.
Yes.
So I'm sure during that 4 months time, you can do something on your personal time to grant an exceptional on your thing. It doesn't. You don't have to do anything exceptional on your job. You can do it in your personal life, and we're going to go ahead and count that. Plus, you get a $10,000 sign-on bonus. So by all means, sign up, join.
Right, and also you can do something like a bowling fundraiser, and that could be considered like a great deed, and that might be enough to put your review up to the exceptional status, which almost every single review I've ever seen that I've gotten back has been exceptional. So we'll get to redactions a little bit later.
But let's be fair. If you're willing to put on that uniform, that is pretty exceptional. Just getting dressed in the morning in that is exceptional.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't even have to go through a fitness exam, and you can wear all that body armor and all that tactical gear. Exceptional is the way to go.
Right.
But if you're not close to Aurora PD, that's fine. Please run to your local municipality police department, and I'm sure they will have the same, things as Aurora does.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Including big
Right.
time sign-on bonuses that you don't have to be there for any length of time. So, I mean, it is what it is. You be chilling.
And if you don't meet the education requirements, we will show you that is also not a problem.
Oh, yeah. And
just be patient.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Just be patient. But educational background is not a requirement to join the police force.
Neither is passing the entrance exam either.
Of course not.
I mean, you can totally cheat on it too.
Listen, you don't really need to know anything, because all you have to do is type in "pissed off at citizen" and the code will come up for you on what you should charge.
Yeah, exactly. Fab Daddy, welcome. Okay, let's start from the top to the bottom to the top, I should say, Ellie. Now, one thing I'm noticing is, like,
Can we blow this up? Click on a page so they can see the whole thing.
Can we what?
Can we blow it up so they can see a whole page? Because right now, the way you have it.
I can do that, but K-Dot was saying that I couldn't. He couldn't see it, but I can. I mean, that's
they can blow it up in their own later.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this way they can see it, because it's only fair. I don't want to cut anything off and then it seem like we're not being fair to this poor person.
Right. Okay.
I blew it up so I can see it now.
Okay, so here we go, guys. This is from starting from the bot. Now, do you see anything here, Ellie, that you notice that is noteworthy on the first one?
Well, I want to be able to explain it to people first.
Okay.
So when you're looking at it, this tells you that this is the Civil Service Performance Evaluation. Okay. So this is on Michael J. Douglas, who has joined and passed the police academy to join Aurora PD. Congratulations, everybody. Give a clap.
Yep.
Okay. So Officer Douglas has made it. So now he's part of the performance.
Right. But by the way, this is not the actor Michael Douglas. I just want to make that distinction.
Correct. This is 2 S's, middle initial J.
Right.
Okay. Now this review goes from May 6th of 2002 to May 6th of 2003. That is very important for everybody to remember, because see, that's when he officially got assigned to a department after the police academy training on how to, do what you do to the citizens, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. We're not going to judge here yet. So if you start out your review on 5/6/02 and it goes for 12 months, that would be 5/6 of 2003. Everything should follow suit. So I want everybody to pay attention to that. And when we're reviewing, these are the categories in which we review our Aurora PD in 2002 and 2003.
Right.
Decision making, very, very important, because in decision making, it considers the risks, the liabilities, makes appropriate decisions, and decisive, etc. Don't pay attention to etc. Not important. That's an internal thing. Nobody needs to worry. They can add that at any future time. Right. Second category is knowledge. Now we know knowledge is very important, right? Knowledge is power. Yeah. So this considers law and their applications, directives. That's not laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
okay. The SOBs, the COP, and the POP concepts. I'm having a hard time reading this part.
SOPs, but I think you're correct with when you.
Yeah, it's a little smeary here now. Red marks and directive activities. Yes. Then we go under skills. What skills do we need? Well, we sure need to know how to use our firearm, right? So these are our skills. But we're going to put under skills, considers driving, because, well, you are going to be driving a public paid for vehicle. So that's going to be important.
Right.
Act, firearms, because we don't want to make it look like we just want to shoot people. So we're going to throw that in the middle. But firearms is very important. Leadership abilities. We want to know who is going to fight the good fight.
Right.
So that's important. Flexibility. Absolutely. Flexibility in personal relationships, because we want the interpersonal relationships, because we don't care about what happens outside the team.
Right.
This is about what happens within the team. Interview, and I can't see what the last word is because it's a little small. Interrogation. Oh, yes, because that's important.
Right.
Now, problem solving. Problem solving means that this is you thinking outside the box, what a book cannot teach you.
Yes.
Or what their tactical training cannot teach you. So under this, it coordinates the appropriate use of the SARA model, identification of, and it's really smeary, I don't know why I can't see this, issues in the area, and use and knowledge of resources, etc. Again, please pay no attention to the etc. because we can fill that in later.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Then we have reports. Oh, getting your facts straight, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely important.
Yes.
So reports is a key thing because you have to be able to observe and document and preserve for the mighty court hearings. Everything has to be correct.
Absolutely.
You've got to protect the citizens and the victims. So we need to make sure that this is correct.
Well, they also should put integrity in that. I mean, because
no. Integrity is not important. Would you stop adding shit? That's the etc. which has not been added yet.
Okay.
So we're not based on that. So we have to do the quality on here, the measures of accountability, and the appropriate forms to use. You have to be trained on which form to use. This is very important because you don't want to make a mistake that could make the city liable. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Now, and these are going to be standard as we go through that. I'm only going to read these once for people. So this way they can see. It will change at one point, and when it changes, we'll be happy to let you know.
Yes.
Now, where were we? We were at communications.
Communications. I'm sorry.
Okay. So considers interpersonal, because again, that's what we care about, relationships, community interactions, which is capitalized. I want everybody to remember that because that's going to be very important later. I don't want to give anything else away. Coaching and leading, knowledge and use of referrals. Referrals, ladies and gentlemen, would be, making sure you go out and find any snitches in the community that will help you in your case to bring revenue to the great department of Aurora or whatever your local municipality is. So that's very important. There can't be any et cetera on that. So that's why that has to be capitalized. Now, investigation. This isn't quite as important because we have the community interactions. So we have to throw something here. Right. So we're going to say considers investigation, knowledge, technique, preparation, presentation, and evidence handling.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not quite sure about the evidence handling because that would usually be done by a detective, but that's okay because chain of custody doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So everybody just kind of picks whatever they want in that. But it is what it is.
Right. I mean, you'll see there's an evolution of reviews here, and we'll get to it. But this was their standard back in 03, right? So this is
right. 02 and 03.
02
Remember, this was 02 and 03.
Right.
Okay, so this is a standard form. And then underneath that, it says, has employee received formal discipline this rating period? We don't care about any others because everything gets a clean slate.
Every year.
So if on the 11th month and 3rd week something happens and you got written up, it's okay.
Oh, we'll
got to wait 1 week because it's only for this rating period. Remember those dates of 5 of 02 and 5 of 03 being the year? Well, you would think they wouldn't change because your annual is your annual. Right. But not necessarily. So let's not assume people.
Right.
And then the last one is overall performance based on above. And the choices are, if you see on the left column, unsatisfactory. And then the right column is satisfactory. So that's how this performance works.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows, it will be this way for several years. But in case somebody, can't quite blow up the screen yet, I wanted to read to you that those things under those descriptions don't change. It's just a pass or fail, in other words.
Yes, yes.
Now, we should make sure everybody understands. If anybody has any questions on anything that I've said so far, I haven't gotten to look. Hey, Jot, good to see you, beautiful. But I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly what's on this form.
Yes.
Before we continue.
Howard County, welcome.
Category. They have more category. I mean, they have less categories than the damn report card. But
yeah.
Well, right, because you only have 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 categories, and then a yes or no question, and then an overall based on those 7 categories.
Yep.
So
now
those things don't change.
Right. Something to take note of as we're going along here is the dates. And at the bottom, you can see there's a plethora of dates there. There's 520, 519, 522. Up in the upper left, there's another 520. So do
you want to explain that, or do you want me to explain what that means?
Go right ahead, Ellie.
Okay. So here's what those dates mean. As you see, there is some blockout. The blockout is because, we can't show a signature of any of these people. And when I say we, I mean the Aurora Police Department can't show that. And I can understand that because people could copy your signature or whatever. Yeah. So I understand that. I kind of agree. Now, I don't understand why they can't show you who actually signed it, because if you look underneath on the very bottom, it says it's the division chief's signature. So you should be able to see the title, but for some reason they decided not to. Then in the middle, what's all blacked out is the ID number. That ID number would be their badge. Now, apparently, the ID number is secret. Shh. Nobody FOIA request this information. Now, yes, you can find it on their business card. And yes, you can find it on their titty pin that they put on their chest. But shh, we can't tell you what it is. So they just block that out. Now, the dates are based on when the person being reviewed received it, the person giving it to them, the chief that signs it, or I'm sorry, their supervisor, then the chief and HR. And then HR stamps it very clearly there. So as you see, this review was done on the 19th of May. Okay, so it was a little late, the 19th of May, but by the time it got to HR, it was on May 22nd of 2023. And why is that important? Because the HR handles making sure it gets into their paycheck. Yeah. Now, don't worry if you see any later dates than should be, because it would be retro from the 6th. So Officer Douglas was not cheated, if anybody's concerned. He was given it based on the 6th of that month. Yes. But those are the dates. And there is a little disclaimer underneath those 7 categories, that question and the overall, on a little personal thing. Now, when I used to do reviews for, people that worked under me, this category was very important, because what you want to put in there is what happened during that year, things that the employee did that was exceptional, great, and some positive reinforcement. And you also wanted to give things that could be improved, a goal that they should reach for the next year. And there's always something that we can do to achieve either a higher level or a satisfactory, or to correct anything within our next year review. Everybody wants to have goals. What can I do better? So that's what this little paragraph section is for. But I'll go ahead and let MLH read that.
Do you want me to read the whole little statement here?
Oh, read it. It's very important that people see, because let's be honest, everybody can see that he got satisfactory for everything.
Yes. Yeah.
So everything for the year.
Yeah.
So I read you what all the categories were.
Yep.
Now this is how we're going to write everything about him. Oh, but wait, we should say, He is a patrol officer at this time period.
Yep.
So he's a low level guy, and that's as much information as we know about this guy from after he passes the police academy. So let's see what that positive reinforcement is and what the goals are, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, go ahead.
Officer Douglas has been assigned to Team 11 since February 22nd of 2003. During this assignment...
Wait a second.
Yes.
February 22nd of 2003, but the review is based from 02. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I just want to make sure I understand now. We don't know what he did for those 8 months. Not important. Don't look behind the curtain. Stop assuming there's anything to hide. I apologize.
There is absolutely nothing nefarious. Are you suggesting a little bit of
I am absolutely not. I needed to correct the chat in case anybody was starting to think that there was something shady going on here.
Okay, I just want to make sure because this is a satisfactory report here. So
absolutely
right.
All right. Yeah. During this assignment, he has continually matured as an officer. His reports are completed in a timely manner, and I have never found it necessary to return any of his reports for corrections. He handles his calls competently, makes good decisions, and seeks out advice when needed. I have heard him speak with citizens on a number of occasions, and he presents himself in a calm, competent, and professional manner.
Yay, Officer Douglas.
Yes, he's glowing review. Okay.
Good job.
I'm going to continue here. All right.
Go ahead.
Because, one of the main things about these evaluations is objectivity, right? So,
and listen, this is all business. This is business. We're dealing with business. This is based on your job. Nobody's going home with you, so I can only rate you based on what you do on business.
Right.
On the clock.
That being said, on a personal level.
Wait. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm having a problem with reports and communication and knowledge here, which are in the review process of the person who wrote this. Could you please explain why you would use the word personal? Because nothing is supposed to be personal. This is business.
Okay. The way I'm going to explain this, Ellie, and to the best of my knowledge, because I'm obviously not an officer. I don't get paid the big bucks, but this is the etc. part that we're talking here. I'm guessing this is etc. Right?
No, Caucasian. He did not help an old lady across the street. That was a good try, but we will give you that answer soon. But that's not it. Keep going.
Okay. On a personal level, he gets along with every member of the team and even organized a Team 11 Rockies baseball outing, which was enjoyed by all and contributed to team morale and camaraderie. I don't think.
Can I stop you right there? Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Said all. Wow. So he basically bought tickets for 700 officers?
No. That's not what happened. They went to a park. They brought some bats and balls that the citizens paid for. They had some hoagies and some hot dogs. The wives came, brought some food when they were off shift, and he had a little fun activity. And isn't that great that his review from February of 03 to May of 03. So you have March, April, May, 3 months. In 3 months, he learned how to fill out reports. He's been nice to everybody, and they had a little outing.
But Ellie, you said balls. They had balls?
Okay,
Kate, they do have balls, big ones.
That I did find out that Team 11's code name was Turn and Cough, the Turn and Cough team. So I think that's confirmed, K-Dot. Just let you know. Okay.
Wait a minute, think about it. So for $10,000 sign-on bonus and saying hello and getting along with people and organizing a baseball game, you too can get a satisfactory for everything.
Wow.
Yes.
And move up to the next level. Yes. Congratulations.
Yep. Secret Agent Man, welcome. And Lou Skunt. I always have I have to differentiate that because otherwise it's very naughty. Welcome.
Yes.
Okay. I wonder if that's on his resume.
You know what? I don't know. But let's continue on here. Anything else you want to say about this first?
Well, no. I just wanted to say that Officer Douglas has successfully completed his probationary period.
Yes.
Yay!
Great police work. Great police
Great
work.
job.
Oh my god.
K-Dot, congrats on 500 subs, Lou says.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, he saw the video from yesterday. It's a great video. Okay, moving on to his next evaluations.
Now remember, let's keep the dates straight. So same officer, Officer Michael J. Douglas.
Yes.
This is from March 6th of 03, which is where the last one ended.
May 6th.
I'm sorry, May 6th of 03 to May 6th of 04.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Still the same decision making, knowledge, skills, problem solving, reports, communication, investigation. Has the employee had any formal discipline for this period and an overall? And as you see, yes, Officer Douglas got all satisfactory. Let's give him a hand. Yay!
All right.
He did great.
Okay, so dates are important on this one, Ellie. Now this
there is one thing you missed in here, though. There is another sheet that you have not included.
Did I skip something?
You took this. No, you didn't skip it, but it's not in here. The background of the information in here. Because remember, he started out with, the form where it has his education and everything.
Oh yeah, I got all that. It's up above. I mean, if you want me to go.
Oh, it's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll come back to that then.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll come back.
Okay. So go ahead.
So let's go to the second one. Now, this is the first time that the dates are kind of weird. You'll notice at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm really looking at that. April 24,
5/1, 4/17, 4/24, 4/20. I mean, 4/20 is one of my favorite dates of the entire calendar.
Well, no, the 4/17 I find odd because the review is not even supposed to end until May 6th.
Yeah.
So why did we write it up and do it and have everybody sign it? And it was entered by HR. So it went through everybody, entered and got the raise all before his 12 months was even over.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying this is the first form that dates are super important, right?
Yeah.
So listen, an annual review in Aurora, and I'm sure with whatever your municipality would be, is not necessarily important because we can change things as we see fit.
Right. Tapatios, welcome. Happy Easter to you. All right. Now, he basically got a carbon copy of the last, but you'll notice he went from Patrol Officer 4 to Patrol Officer 3.
Yay, promotion! Let's see what he did for his promotion, shall we? I'm so excited to learn.
Oh, I know.
Please read.
I'm excited for him. I'm really am.
I know. Go, Douglas, go. We're rooting for you.
I mean, we're all big Michael Douglas fans.
We are.
Okay. Officer Douglas continues to improve those skills, which make him a good officer. He's very conscientious about his work. Wait
a second. What did he improve, MLH? Do we know?
That I couldn't tell you. It's
because he did everything exceptional in the last report. So what was there to improve?
I don't know.
We didn't have any goals to improve. So now you're saying he improved something? I didn't know there was a deficient to begin with.
Right. Me neither. Right. I mean, that's shocking. That's a shocking revelation from his second review. Okay. I'll continue here. His report.
Okay, go ahead.
His reports and investigations are complete and concise and rarely need correction. So it seems
so there is corrections needed.
There is. Okay, so if we remember from the first one, there was no corrections that need to be needed.
Right.
And now he's had to have some corrections. But I'm not understanding here, K-Dot. Last time he got satisfactory and they didn't give him anything to improve on. And now there's still nothing to improve on because he's still excellent. I mean, he's still satisfactory. So what do you make of that, K-Dot? Like, we regressed a little bit, it seems, but he still got the same evaluation and a promotion, by the way. So, just saying. All right. He bases his decisions on, quote, problem solving, end quote, the situation. Problem solving. Okay. He works well with the other members of his team as well as other units within the department. Officer Douglas received compliments from Sergeant Crooks. I mean, I think they meant Cooks, but I mean, I think that's appropriate. Sergeant Crooks in regard to Douglas's quote, diligent and professional handling of a court order violation situation. Officer Douglas also received a letter from Detective Hahn commending Douglas and other officers for a quality and in-depth preliminary investigation on a sexual assault investigation. He received an email from Officer Martin Knox from PAR thanking Douglas for information he passed on to her, which allowed her to follow up on a nuisance situation. Officer Douglas is a masterless lethal user. I don't know what that means. Masterless lethal user and a member of the department's honor guard. Officer Douglas is enrolled in several training classes this year, which will add to his experience. Okay.
Oh, pick me.
Yes, Ellie, go ahead.
Okay. So he is recognized for being a snitch in this one because he passed off information on a nuisance, because we know nuisances high treason in this country. Right?
I mean, whistleblowers, are
absolutely very important.
Yeah.
Now, what we don't know is that his paperwork that needed to be corrected, did it harm any citizen? Probably not important for us to know. Right. But when we get to, hold on, where's that line where you said that he was a master? Where did that go? A master, less lethal user. Congratulations, within this year and I guess 2 years, if we want to go by that. He hasn't killed anybody. So yay, Officer Douglas.
Yes, he hasn't killed anybody.
That's awesome.
You have not killed anybody. That's what that means.
Well, wow. And I love the part about him being part of the honor guard. I haven't heard of the honor guard since I was in elementary school.
Well, let me explain what the honor guard means for the police department in Aurora. That means that whenever you have the fallen hero zeros who, get killed in the line of duty, the honor guard is the one who shows up at the funeral, helps carry the casket, does the arms, the flag, folds up the flag. That's what the honor guard does in the police department. And he is part of the honor guard. That's why I said I know you're missing a form for each of these because it describes it for each one. But he is part of the honor guard for several years. He starts out with that. So great for him. He joined the honor guard. We don't know exactly what he did to get promoted, though.
Right.
So he got promoted, but there's no congratulations. He got promoted from a 4 to a 3.
Yes.
What did he do? Listen, that's under the etc.
Well, it's under the etc. And also, he learned to have people correct his reports, because you remember at first he was really great at it and he didn't have to have any corrections. And then he went to some corrections.
Listen, we're all human. We all make mistakes.
Right.
As long as he gets along with everybody on the force.
Right.
We don't know anything about the citizens yet.
Right. Are we done with this one, Ellie?
Yep.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Now, again, with the dates, right? Entered May 19th, 5/2, 5/12, 5/2, 4/9. Is that 4/9 or 4/19? I think it's 4/9 and 5/9. So a bunch of weird dates there. I don't.
I would say.
I would
say. But I don't know why you did this on April 9th when the review's not up until May 6th. But that's right. Remember, I told you 12 months doesn't really mean 12 months. No, it's almost like dog years, You get to skip it, buy one, get 11 free kind of thing.
Right.
Kind of like that.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
And don't worry, in here, he too will be promoted.
Oh, yeah. If you notice, it's rank patrol officer, I guess that's 2.
Two.
They hand wrote it in there with an initials. I don't know.
And everything is satisfactory, so we can skip our 7 categories in question and overall.
Yes.
And you can go right to reading the lovely paragraph on everything he did to accomplish this second promotion and to get an outstanding review and what he can do to improve for the next year.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's take a look here. The officer reported to District 1 Team 8. So, I mean, he lost 3 members. I don't know what happened to those 3 members with the bid and has been assigned to a day shift patrol position. The officer has continued to be involved and additional duties in the area of assignment to ERT. To this end, the officer continues to sacrifice 1 weekend a month to assure ongoing training in this area. While the officers
don't worry, anybody. Wait, hold on. Anybody who's worried about the sacrifice, do not worry. He was paid time and a half. Okay. So I want to make sure that you understand that the sacrifice was just that he really wasn't prepared to work that. It was a mandatory. That's the sacrifice. But he was paid, in case anybody was worried.
Mick T, welcome to the chat. Thank you for very much for being here. All right.
By the taxpayers, by the way.
Right. While this officer scores in the satisfactory range for all areas in which he is evaluated, the scores do not measure the intensity with which the officer approaches his work, nor the dedication with which the officer carries out this department's commitment to CQT. I have no idea what that means, but here we go. The officer has made a personal effort to increase his activity in all areas measured statistically through an increase in his overall number of citizen contacts. Okay. Let me pause right here by saying, you know how you get promoted? It's just a bunch of ass kissing. That's what I'm getting from all these promotions. This in turn has provided the officer numerous opportunities to experience and to learn from this practical approach. From this practical approach that are not to be found in any textbook. One such contact is noted for the officer's record in which the officer took a, quote, suspicious person call and eventually cleared a fraud, a burglary, and several outstanding warrants. This action speaks well of the officer's motivation, which allows I think they meant the officer to risk failure while exploring various approaches to problem solving and then deciding the best response to a given challenge. The officer's sense of humor enables the officer to laugh at himself and puts others at ease.
Kudos for being able to laugh at yourself. That would probably go under communications. I'm not sure where they taught him how to laugh at himself and to be funny.
I mean, this is something that he has in common with the public.
So this is a comedy review. Okay,
right.
I haven't seen the public involved here yet. You're inserting. Let's not insert.
Okay, hold on.
The public will be added later.
Right. The officer's sense of humor. Okay, I already said that. This in turn has taught the officer the importance of building rapport with those with whom the officer interacts. As the officer continues to grow within his profession, it is expected that his experiences will make him a desirable candidate for other assignments.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Yay, Douglas, you go, Dougie. Dougie. Everybody, you go, Dougie.
Dougie. Do you think they have like a special nickname for him, like Dougie or like Mickey D?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they do.
Something like that. Okay. All right.
But this is an impressive review.
So far,
so he's gotten what? He started out as a 4 and then it went up to 3.
Yep,
and then he 2. So, but not a single thing on how he did it. Right. Now he's taking classes to improve, but what does he need to improve? It didn't say he needed to improve anything.
Well, Ellie, maybe we'll learn in the next review.
I can't wait. The anticipation is killing me.
Secret Agent
anticipation.
I know. Nothing is ever said that has been studied that studied the Constitution and civil rights, abolished qualified immunity and absolute immunity. We don't have qualified immunity in Colorado anymore, but it really hasn't had that much of an effect. Let's continue on here, because we have another review with some weird dates, right? I mean, these ones are at least are in the same month.
The dates, the dates. Why do you bring up the dates? So this date goes from May 6th. Again, remember, I told you, started out that way.
Yep.
May 6th of '05 to May 6th of '06. And look, guys, we graduated to patrolman #1. Yes. I can't wait. We started out as 4. We finally made it to 1. What did we do to deserve this? Under the same categories of the 7 categories, the question and the overall performance, everything again being satisfactory. So we are perfect with nothing to improve.
Right. I mean, let's read on here. Officer Douglas was assigned to the Foot Patrol team on January 7th, 2006.
So wait. Can I stop you there?
Yeah, go right ahead.
My God, I didn't even know that we had a foot patrol.
Well, there might be reasons why he can't drive the vehicle anymore, but we're not going to discuss that.
No,
because that's not part of the review.
So he got kicked out of the vehicle, and now he's walking. So
listen, somebody's got to walk the beat.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to walk the beat. Now, apparently, maybe we didn't, I don't know, qualify for our driving course, or maybe we injured too many police vehicles paid for by the taxpayers.
Possibly.
Right.
We don't want to assume. We just know he needs to walk the beat.
Right. Okay, so he was assigned. Okay, in his short time there, what's the time period? I'd like to.
Well, it's only going from January 7th of '06, this review, until May of '06. So in 5 months. Don't worry about the other 7 months. They're not important. As a bonus of getting promoted yet again, we knock your time in half +1, and we took 7 months off of your review.
Right. Okay. Mike. Okay, so now we're calling him Mike instead of officer. In a short time here, Mike has been observed to utilize his experience and office resources to properly arrive at sound decisions. He relies on his knowledge regarding the proper application of city and state laws in his daily assignment. Mike remains proficient in his skills, as evidenced by successful qualifications with his primary duty weapon and patrol rifle. So he went to the range and he hit a couple of targets, guys. So that's
and that's important because they believe they need to do that quarterly.
Right.
So he might not have passed in the first 2.
Right.
But he sure did at the end.
Well, they weren't mentioned in the other ones, but at the end,
nothing to see here with the dates, people. Nothing to see.
Right. He continued to seek additional training, increasing his value to the department. In May 2005, Mike attended an in-house 40-hour arrest control instructor class. I'm
sorry, stop. I'm sorry, I need to stop you.
Yes.
Could you please tell me again when this happened?
In May 2005.
Okay, so he took some classes. I guess that's why he was busy.
Yeah.
Well, okay, good for him.
1 week class. I mean, he became certified on the LT1 laser speed detection system. So we
know how to use the radar. You go.
Right. They taught him how to use the radar gun.
Yay!
Mike is dedicated to the profession as he remains active on the ERT team and took part in the Hurricane Katrina relief efforts at Lowry. Because, when Hurricane Katrina, everybody knows that Lowry, which is in central Denver, was an epicenter of activity for Katrina.
They were all over the place.
Right.
What could he possibly do?
Right.
He had to step in and take one for the team and help them.
I mean, the hurricane reached to Denver. I didn't know you knew that, guys. But it was a tsunami that reached Denver. So there were Katrina relief efforts at Lowry. That what a joke that is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interject a little bit of personal hatred for when people take glory from an event that happened 5 states away. But
that's what we would call stolen valor.
Yes. Okay. Mike remains active with the APD Honor Guard and took part of the presentation of colors at the 9/11 Colorado Rockies baseball game.
Yay! We got overtime and got to see a baseball game. You go,
Exactly.
yeah! Douglas is so cool.
Right. Additionally, he has been training with SWAT, hoping to be selected to that specialized unit.
Now
Mike's,
remember, that's important. This
yes,
is very important for you to remember that his goal is to join SWAT.
yeah.
Very, very important, people.
Yep. Mike's attention to the CQT philosophy of the department is evidenced by his attention to detail in his investigations. He properly documents facts leading to the felony filing of cases. Two different entries document Mike locating two unregistered sex offenders and the appreciation of his efforts by the Career Criminal Apprehension Team. Mike has been well received by the business owners along the Colfax corridor and appears he will be an asset to the unit in the coming years.
Now, does anybody know what those business owners along Colfax are? Did they write a letter? Is anything included to show that he has this relationship and working with them, MLH? Do we see any documentation of this?
Absolutely none in what I've received, Ellie. That's not to say that they're not, they don't have those documents, but I've yet to see them. You know, I don't want to.
But then let's go back to the other review where he made some great snitching connections.
Right. So maybe there, maybe
so
there.
So here we go.
For those who don't know, Colfax used to be, and it still kind of is, like a haven for crime and you know, undesirable happenings. Let's just put it that way. But let's continue on. Anything else you want to say about this particular review?
No, I just think he did an outstanding job. You go, Dougie, go.
Oh, yeah, Dougie. Yes, I love.
Now, unfortunately, though, Dougie, this didn't get to. If you go back real quick. If you go back to the timestamp. Unfortunately, this one, even though it was given to him on the 2nd of May, didn't reach HR until June. But again, like I said earlier, not to worry, it goes retroactive.
Yep, retroactive.
So even though this was only done based off of 5 months,
right,
he had to wait a little bit, but he got that in one lump sum.
Yep.
One lump sum to go back.
One check.
All verified. So we're good. So he's got his money, and he went to a baseball game. Now, he didn't organize this one.
No.
But he got to be in his uniform and wave the little flag and put his white gloves on. Because, you know.
It happened 9/11, too. So that's some significance right there. So
it's amazing.
Yeah. All right. On to 2007. Yeah. 2007.
No, this is 06 to 07. And unfortunately, this is the first review where he did not get a promotion again. He is still Patrol Officer 1.
Oh,
so sorry. I don't know what happened.
He had so much promise. He was the chosen one.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he did the 40-hour classes and everything.
Right. I mean, 40 hours. I mean, 1 week. I mean, geez, what do you expect?
And he did get all exceptional again.
Yeah.
And again, notice during the review period, everything is based on the review period of when they start out the paragraph.
Yes, here we go. Officer Douglas has been assigned to the District 1 Sector A.
Wait a second. Yeah. Are you telling me that he was moved yet again?
Yeah.
This poor guy has been moved around from place to place. Who is doing the reviews from before he was moved, MLH?
How can
that's not important.
No, I mean, come on. Let's not deal with sticky details.
Yes, we can't.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Continue.
Yes, let me continue and stop interrupting me. How dare
I apologize. I will stop.
Jesus. All right. Officer Douglas has been assigned to District 1 Sector A Foot Patrol team during his evaluation period. He has continued to accept this challenging role and successfully completed this last year with little difficulties.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't, but little difficulties means he had difficulties. What were the difficulties?
Right.
Yeah, because I guess
we're not going to worry about them because they're not part of this review.
I mean, it. You know, there may have been some beating up of citizens in there, or roughing up people, or
falsely charging people with your incorrect reporting. But We did include those months in this review, so we can honestly say when we ask the question, has the employee received formal discipline during this rating period? We can honestly say no.
Ellie, Ellie, details. Okay, we're not concerned with the details here. Right? Let me continue.
Okay, go ahead.
I regress here. Just like Officer Douglas, he has displayed appropriate decision making, properly considering risk and liabilities. His knowledge of the law is commensurate with his 5 years of experience. So basically, is he looked at a law book and threw it down on the counter in that 5 years and said, "Oh, there's the law." Mike has remained active within the department, displaying his dedication to his peers. Mike is an act. Oh, that's the thin blue line there. We got the thin.
Yes, that would be peers, not citizens. People, peers.
Yes. Mike is active with the emergency response team for officers who made the ultimate sacrifice. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped the line. And also with the honor guard. In the last year, Mike has had the unfortunate duty to assist with 2 funerals for officers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. For both of these events, Mike was assigned as the quote wingman, because everybody needs a wingman during a funeral, on the casket team.
So that means he helped carry the casket.
Yes, Mike performed admirably as part of that unit. I mean, his form was perfect, Ellie.
Oh, he did, and what that means is he didn't drop the casket.
Right.
He held his end up high.
Right. Mike performed admirably, providing the ultimate show of respect for the families of both officers. He also displays the same selflessness in his day-to-day activities within the office. Mike is respected and appreciated by his peers. His investigations are thorough and properly documented with the MRE reports. He maintains high numbers of stats and has become very adept. I think they meant adept at utilizing the video cameras along the Colfax corridor.
Wait a minute. You need to tell me that he, as a foot patrolman, has access to those cameras? Yeah. Oh, glory be. I'm so glad.
I know. What could go wrong there, Ellie?
What could possibly go wrong?
Right. Officer Douglas is a pleasure to have in the office. And when given an assignment...
Wait a minute. In the office? How could it be in the office? He's out pounding the pavements.
That's...
He's foot patrolman. Now he's in the office? Oh, he gets around. Dougie. Oh.
Dougie Doug. Dougie Fresh. I mean, what? I mean, K-Dot, do you have any more nicknames for Officer Douglas here?
Oh, man. Mr. Clean.
Oh, Mr. Clean. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, he does seem pretty clean from all of his reports. So, all right. Officer Douglas is a pleasure to have in the office. Carries it out, paying attention to little details, like fudging numbers and fudging reports and stuff like that. I mean, he's very good at that. His work ethic is above reproach, displaying an example of what would be expected of an officer in a special unit. Thanks for your hard work and dedication. So
go Mikey, it's your party, go Mikey.
All right. I wish I had little dancing emojis. That'd be awesome. Bernie's dancing, if that counts. Okay, anything left on that one,
Ellen? Nope.
Let's continue on here. Now this one doesn't have the official stamp or any HR dates. It's kind of weird. I don't know what this is. Did they change? There's this it looks like they kind of changed their status here.
Well, but this is explaining. So when you see the formal discipline is the first part, it says no. This is dated on April 21st of 2008. Yes. It says no formal disciplines. It says other additional duties. He was on the honor guard. He's the wingman. Formal education. He is a high school graduate. This is very important to remember, people.
Remember this one, guys. This is an important.
He is a high school graduate.
Yes,
and this is his 6th year on the force. His formal awards, he received the Community Commitment Certification. I can't wait to hear what that's about. And that's about all. He's going to get exceptional on everything. Now, of course, HR forgot to stamp this one. Oops.
Yeah. No
Oops.
stamp on this one. No dates other than the ones that, you know.
And everything is in April.
Yep.
Of course, it's supposed to go to May, but
right.
I guess things change.
Well,
so let's see what happened in the narrative, shall we?
yeah, Officer.
Because this is page 2. The reviews, if you skip up one page, if you go up one page, that should belong to. This is where it changes.
Yep, this is where they changed there.
So this goes from April 21st. Is when the date is done, but it goes from May 6th of 07 to May 6th of 08. He's still patrol officer number 1 on the foot patrol. Yep. He has his categories now are communication, reports, tactical knowledge and skills, decision-making, investigation, knowledge, additional dimensions, and the overall performance. And he will be rated on the choices of unsatisfactory, needs improvement, satisfactory, and the good old exceptional.
Yeah, yeah. Now that's important, but not for this first one. But
now they added the little accessories in these, but basically you guys can pause it and get a screenshot there and read that it's all basically the same BS, but these are the categories. They're preformed. They're not written out for specifically for Dougie. They're for everybody in these categories. And in this one, go back up for 1 second. In this one, he got satisfactory for everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's no need for improvement. He's
no improvement. He did everything perfect. Everything's great. But this is when they just changed the form for this year.
Yeah. So maybe they're just working out the kinks here.
Right.
But they did let him know that, he is a high school graduate. You go.
Yep.
Okay. So what do we have to say about him?
Well, here's the narrative. Officer Michael Douglas has been performing his duties in a satisfactory manner over this rating period. His duties as a foot patrol officer have given him the knowledge and respect of residents, business persons, city employees, motel owners, and transients throughout the Northwest sector.
Wow, so he got along with the motels, business owners, and transients. Wow, we're starting so many. I can't wait to see the letters that came pouring in to recognize Officer Dougie.
I know. Hopefully we'll get to see those at some point, Ellie.
You mean it's not attached to the review this is written on?
Well, I mean,
why would it be? Why would it be?
Right. He has consistently demonstrated a clear understanding of the PAR mission, as well as the police department's focus on crime, quality of life, and traffic. Through his actions and the manner in which he relates to the people he contacts, Mike continues to remain active with the police department's honor guard detail. Mike was also assigned to complete all alcohol enforcement operations for the PAR 1 team in the Northwest sector.
Yay, he can get the DUI people. Awesome, you go. Traffic stops. Here we come.
I know. It's exciting. He's went from foot patrol to DUI stops. So he was.
Don't forget, he's still looking into SWAT. I don't want anybody to forget that.
Yeah, don't forget.
Still looking into the SWAT. That's important.
Never forget, Ellie. Never forget. He was able to communicate with the liquor enforcement section. In other words, he was busting people, underage people from getting liquor, which is fine. Mike was awarded the community commitment certificate by Chief Oates. And if you guys remember who Chief Oates was, that was the guy that threatened KDOT on camera.
Yeah, who has a neck like a
turkey?
Culture.
A vulture? Yeah.
Vulture. There we go. Vulture.
Yeah. He looks like the vulture from the, Okay, for participating in the annual quote senior Thanksgiving dinner at the
we helped feed the people the food that they had.
Right.
Don't worry though. Don't worry, people. He did get paid for this.
Look, but he did help prepare enough food to serve 3,000 meals. Okay.
Wow.
Mike's readiness to accept the department's CQT goals has best been exemplified by his willingness to use proactive, multi-tiered approaches towards addressing neighborhood and street problems. How many times have you ever run into Officer Douglas on the street, KDOT, because I lived in Aurora at that time, and I lived near that quadrant. I never saw him once on the street.
Never,
But
never,
okay,
never saw him.
all right, okay.
Oh, you know what? I think he was too busy covering. Oh, well, never mind.
Well, we'll get to that.
We're
Don't
gonna-
He
don't
was at the baseball game, guys. Come on.
spoiler
Okay,
alerts.
True. It's true. That's
Spoiler
true.
alert! Don't spoil anything, KDOT.
I'm sorry. Let me
Right.
be quiet.
He is able to seek resolution of various problems, no matter how complex. I commend Officer Douglas's performance over this rating period, which we kind of don't really have a stamp on it, but
You don't really know, but
we don't know. But okay, anything else on that, Ellie?
No. There's just nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Now, before we hit this, let's skip up. No, go down. But remember, this is 2 pages. So this is the second page. Now you have to scroll up one more.
Yeah.
So scroll up one more. So this period is for May 6th of 08 to May 6th of 09.
Yes.
He's still Patrolman 1. So again, no promotion.
Yeah.
Same categories, and everything is satisfactory.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Now at the top.
Oh. Okay.
Formal discipline. No, you're right. Second page. Page top.
Oh, okay.
Formal disciplines, none.
Yep.
Honor guard, yes. We haven't made it to SWAT yet. Formal education, high school.
Mm-hmm.
Formal awards. He got this time the commander's commendation certificate. Wow,
Yes.
I wonder what he did for that. I'm sure it's going to tell us.
Well, let me read this and hold on a second. Let me just read this and then I'll get to it. Officer Mike Douglas has been performing his duties in a satisfactory manner over this rating period. Mike has demonstrated a clear understanding of the PAR mission as well as the police department's focus on crime, quality of life, and traffic CQT. Mike plans and organizes quarterly liquor sales enforcement operations, working with other officers and police explorers. Police explorers?
That's the kids in high school who think that they want to be a police officer and they go to this little camp on the weekends.
Right,
and he goes, that is a paid position, separate from his police duties.
Yeah.
So don't think he's double dipping there.
No,
because there would never be any double dipping by Dougie.
Never any double dipping by cops. Are you crazy?
No.
He was recognized this year in August 2008 for his assistance with the 2008 Neighborhood Watch National Night Out with a, quote, Commander's Commendation Certificate. Mike also continues to improve himself with training.
Wait, you forgot to say what that night out is. See, the community had a block party. Yes. And he helped block off the road.
Yeah.
And that's what the night out was.
And he got a certificate for that.
And he got a certificate for signing up because nobody else wanted to do that. So it's very important that he gave up his time, of course, paid and a charge, but he blocked off the street so he could get some free food, some free music, and get to know a little more about the snitches and who he wanted to go after.
So, so this is a participation certificate. Got it.
Okay. Correct. Oh, yes, it's a participation accommodation certificate.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You got it.
Okay. Mike also continues to improve himself with training and education to be a better police officer. I'm sorry they didn't attach any files to let us know what that is. Okay. Business owners on the Colfax corridor speak highly of Mike for his sincere attention to their wants and needs. Members of the PAR and Foot Patrol team respect his decision-making and problem-solving skills. I commend Officer Douglas for his hard work and dedication to the community and the Foot Patrol team. Now, one thing I want to point out on this sounds kind of familiar. Did we have any of the same language in the last review?
Are you trying to accuse somebody of a copy and paste, MLH?
Oh, Ellie, I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions.
Listen, this one's a little bit different. So we're just going to take a couple sentences here and there, not exactly plagiarism. So pay no attention. Pay no attention.
Right.
It could become more severe later, but we don't know yet.
We'll let this one slide, guys, okay?
Yeah, we're going to let this one slide.
Is that fair? Okay, we'll let it slide. All right, let's move on to 2009 to 2010, I believe. I think, is this the one? Or
This is page 2, so you have to go to page 1.
yeah. Oh no, I think this is. I
No,
did this one already.
No, this is 0809. Scroll up 2 pages.
Yeah, let me go up here to this one.
There you go. There you go.
2009.
So this is 09 to 010, still Patrol Officer 1.
Yep.
Still the same categories.
Yep.
And everything again is copacetic satisfaction.
Yep. And if we look at the narrative.
Wait, you're missing. No formal. No. Go to that page, but we always got to do the top. No formal reviews.
Yep.
Now he is in the crisis intervention training. No more honor guard. Oh no, it became too much for him.
Yeah.
And look, I want everybody to give a clap for Officer Dougie. He has now gone from a high school diploma to having a bachelor's. Everybody, give him a round of applause. Great job.
Good job, Dougie.
With a stroke of a pen, you have now got a 4-year degree. You go.
I mean,
I'm sure they're going to show him accolades for that too.
I'm sure.
This is very important.
Yes.
It was.
What's that, K-Dot?
No, I said it was.
Right. So the dates are, the dates. But let's get to the narrative because, I mean, there's little things here and there. You guys can feel free to pause on his tactical skills and all that type of stuff, his investigative skills and all that. But let's read the narrative because it's interesting. I have been Mike's supervisor since 1/9/2010. I learned from his previous supervisor that Mike gives selfless service to people that he serves in his area. Between November 18th to the 21st of 2009, so 3 days, Mike volunteered his time by working in the kitchen at the Eagles Lodge, preparing and cooking over 2,000 Thanksgiving dinners for area senior citizens who would have otherwise not had Thanksgiving dinners.
There was wait a minute. Are you saying there was 1,000 less people? Because before it was 3,000.
It was 3,000 before.
Now it's 2,000. Yeah. Less need. That means that Aurora's doing great, getting rid of those transient people. God, those pesky people.
Pesky.
I don't know what they're doing hanging around, but we only had to feed 2,000 over 3 days.
Right. His willingness to give up his personal time and reach out, his personal time for overtime, they should retract that and put that in there, and reach out to our forgotten senior citizens was greatly appreciated and is a testament to his willingness to not only protect but to serve. Even though Supreme Court says otherwise, but we won't go there. Investigation dimension continued. Mike became aware of an ongoing graffiti vandalism issue in the MLK.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Stop.
No.
Stop.
Okay.
Now, I know he has not made it to SWAT yet.
No.
But I want to know if the FBI has been notified of this graffiti because this just can't continue.
I mean, graffiti.
This is high crime.
It's high crime. I mean, people have done hard time for graffiti. Ellie,
oh, yeah. I mean,
you're underselling it.
I can't believe that he has not made captain after all this. No promotion, and he stopped a graffiti task force.
Right.
Oh man.
Right.
And fed 2,000 people. That's what this whole review is.
There's a lot of events. There's a lot of things that go on in the MLK library men's bathroom, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, that I mean, there were reported reports of like glory holes and things of that nature in that bathroom, but I don't see anything of that nature in this.
And he got no formal awards this year, but he started the graffiti task force. I don't get it.
Well, he did get his CIT training, Ellie. So let's give credit where credit is due.
Okay. So that he didn't have time for that, and he's so busy getting that 4-year degree in less than 1 year.
Right, and he gave up the honor guard. Ellie, come on, let's be a little more generous.
I know. Let's get to the part of congratulations for getting a college degree. I can't wait. I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Well, let's finish the saga.
Yes, let's finish because it's got to be in here.
Right. Mike reviewed prior recorded video surveillance and visually identified the suspect. On 4/21, Mike observed the on live surveillance vandalizing the restroom. Wait a minute. They have cameras inside the restroom? and apprehended the suspect.
Wait.
No,
wait.
no,
So
no, no. He saw him going in with paint and saw him coming out with paint and then ran in and checked it before he could escape and found the graffiti, and he's a hero.
Wait, hold on. So he believes in the First Amendment too. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
apparently, I mean, so, oh boy, I mean, that's so loaded. I mean, I know we're being facetious here, but wow. I mean, he's a hero for catching a graffiti artist. Mike has been an asset to the team with the experience he brings as a previous foot patrol officer. So now
He's been promoted to car again. Yes.
yeah, and is a valuable source to the team with his knowledge of people and businesses along the East Colfax Avenue corridor. It has been my pleasure to serve as Mike's supervisor during this evaluation period. Wow.
You rock. You rock. You go. Now,
right.
unfortunately, this one was expanded a little. This one went into June. But if you noticed, HR decided to stamp this one, and he
August.
had to wait. He had to wait 3 months for his money because
Wow.
it didn't get to HR till August. The poor guy.
Yeah, I know. And but lump sum, Ellie. I mean that's the one saving grace. They gave it to him.
And not a single mention of his achievement on getting a 4-year degree with that stroke of that pen.
Nope. And I did look at any addendums. There's no, college degree or anything of that nature. And before anybody criticizes and say they shouldn't give that up, I've gotten other officers complete history, like complete, college records and all kinds of shit. So, yeah, nothing for Sergeant Douglas here. All right, let's move on to this would be 2010 to 2011. Now, Ellie, there's a big difference here because now we got a couple of exceptional check marks.
Well, no, no. We only have 2
I said
under investigation, and then the outside of additional dimensions.
yes.
Where it says both citizens and businesses owners alike have nothing but positive feedback for the work that Officer Douglas does in the area. He works well with his neighborhood watch group, coordinates, and schools. Keep up the great work. So when you see this one, and we're not going to go through it for time factor, under this is where it changes the year of May of 2010 to May of 2011, where you still have the same categories of communication reports, tactical knowledge, decision-making, investigation, and job knowledge. But instead of describing what those things are, we now have little notes that will vary greatly from the narrative.
Yes.
But we need to have something for the appeal. So we'll let you see the narrative. But we go to the top of the second page where he's at right now. No formal disciplines. Yay. Good him. He has now gotten the crisis intervention trained. We get that check mark and an emergency response team check mark. You go, and he still maintains his bachelor's degree from here on out. I just want to let everybody know the college that we don't know yet, that has not started yet, has not taken away his thing. And unfortunately, no formal reviews, but the narrative on here is priceless.
Yes, let me continue the saga of the ongoing. See, if this was like a Dungeons and Dragons thing, I would be a bard and I would start writing songs about Officer Douglas right now, and singing them in pubs across the realm. So here we go with the narrative for 2010 to 11. This evaluation is based upon the combined observations of Sergeants Quigley and Damon Voss to address this evaluation period. Sergeant Voss for 2010, Sergeant Quigley from January to April of 2011.
So wait. But what months in 2010? We don't know.
We don't know.
And we stopped in April.
Yep.
But the review is supposed to go to May.
Right.
So again, we good behavior. They took a month off.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a perp. Yeah.
And what did he achieve during this time? Read.
I'm reading. Officer Douglas has completed all required in-service training, as well as attending additional training in functional family therapy and mentoring, quote, power up program. like
Now, does that
Mario.
mean him and his family needed to attend family therapy?
I was
We don't
thinking
know.
Power Up program. Like I was thinking he took a Nintendo class and he played Mario, and he got one of those magic mushrooms. That's how I kind of look at it.
Oh
But
yeah.
the family therapy, he had a hard time being the wingman in the honor guard. I mean, it was unfortunate, and he had a hard time with that. So he needed some therapy. So I'm glad he completed that. You rock.
Right. Okay. Continuing on, search and seizure. So he's busy violating your Fourth Amendment rights. Nuisance abatement. I don't know what that is. Anti-motor vehicle theft programs. So he learned like to check license plates and harass people. For their
And how to break into your vehicle using the little slit that goes in between so he can unlock the vehicle.
Right.
Absolutely.
School zone safety stop enforcement program. So
he knows where to sit when it says that the speed limit is supposed to be 15 miles an hour and the blinking lights.
Right.
He knows that if you go over that, you can be charged, or if you pass the bus that opens up with the blinking lights, that's what that is. Congratulations.
Howard County is saying, I enjoy how in-depth this is. Well, you have Ellie to thank for that, Howard County. She's excellent with the details.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else to be said on this one, Ellie?
No. They were consistent with the dates, staying in April since they left off May, except for the one signature. And as you see, HR didn't really want to narrate this, so they chose not to click it in the box. If you go to the first page at the bottom, it was received on May 10th of 2011.
Yes.
That's when HR got that.
Yep. So there's always inconsistencies in the dates, but hey, what's a day or two or 20, Ellie?
I mean, if you take off 7 months or something, it's okay because he was busy.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So continuing on, we have the term from 11 to 12. Right.
You got to go up one more page. Go up one.
Well, this is.
No. Wait. Oh, they skipped that then.
No, here's the narrative.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, you're right. I apologize.
I just skipped ahead.
Okay.
To the thing.
So he's still Patrolman 1.
Right. Still.
He has moved to Team 7 now.
But now, if you notice, he has 3.
He's got 3 exceptionals. He's got exceptional in communication, meaning that Officer Douglas, consistently practices open communication and keeps supervisors and peers apprised of critical issues and concerns. When he provides information, it is articulated in a clear and concise manner. He is constantly effective in dealing with confrontational circumstances. Well, I'm sure they're going to tell us what those circumstances are and how he dealt with it. What else did he do? Investigation skills, that also got an exceptional. Officer Douglas consistently, he's very consistent. He's consistently, again, has exceptional command presence in front of subjects to be interviewed. He completes complex interviews involving multiple suspects and crimes within the need to consult his supervisor for help. And he complies with SOPs and directives in the area. And then his next exceptional was additional dimensions. Officer Douglas stays very busy during his shift by making traffic stops, revenue, you go, and helping other officers out on calls. He consistently volunteers for calls, this is important, that are not in his area. Officer Douglas stays in the top 50% of ticket writing and arrest when compared to other members of the team. This is extremely important. We need to take a minute here. I'm sorry to address these things. So I need to go over the first line again. Officer Douglas stays busy during his shift by making traffic stops and helping other officers out on calls. You rock, man. He's generating the money big time, earning that pay raise of $141,000 plus.
Oh, yeah.
He consistently volunteers for calls that are not in his area. Can we explain that? What does not in your area mean? That means that you left your post that you were assigned to, leaving those other officers that are stayed within their post, their lives at risk because you put your nose in where it didn't fucking belong.
Right.
And you went to another area that you have no jurisdiction of to go in there and brown nose some more so you can see how you moved up the fucking ladder, you piece of shit, Dougie.
Yeah.
Sorry for the language, but I need to call that out.
No, he is a piece of shit, and we'll get to
and
more.
Officer Dougie stays in the top 50% of ticket writing and arrest, not just ticket writing, but imagine that part of your review is to say that you are exceptional at putting people in jail.
Yes.
What an amazing member of the team. Everybody give Dougie a round of applause. He did so great on this review. I'm sure he's going to be promoted again soon.
We'll see about that. I mean, I want to keep people in suspense. Here. Formal discipline, no. Oddly, he doesn't have the CIT or the honor guard or the emergency response team check this time.
No SWATs or nothing, but he did keep his bachelor's.
Kept his bachelor's.
And he did so exceptional, not a single formal award, because they can't exactly put on there ranked in the top 50 of sucking revenue out from the citizens and arrest and leaving our post to go to an area that we are not assigned and have no jurisdiction in.
Well, maybe in the narrative they'll explain that, Ellie.
I'm sure they will.
Officer Douglas has returned to patrol after, spending several years as a par and foot patrol
Wait a second. Didn't we give him a car again before 2 reviews ago? He lost it again, but he gained it back. So we don't need to know why he lost it.
No.
We don't need to know what he did to gain it back.
Ellie?
I'm sure it could be ticket writing.
Ellie, details. Okay.
I'm sorry. I regress again.
We're not supposed to talk about details here. Okay.
It's under the etc. I forgot.
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
He's an effective officer and a pleasure to work with, Ellie. Come on.
He is a pleasure. The community, the businesses on Colfax, and his relationship with the transients. My God, I keep forgetting.
I know.
How many people did he feed this year? I don't think he fed any. I think he decided he didn't want to do that anymore.
Let's continue. Maybe let's give him the benefit of the doubt here, Ellie. Officer Douglas has attended a 4-hour accident investigation class this year. So he figured out how to fill out an accident report. Officer Douglas should continue to pursue interdepartment.
Wait. No. Hold on. This is the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, that we are now setting a goal for our hero.
Yes.
Who got 3 exceptionals.
Right.
3 exceptionals. And now we're going to start setting goals so he can help advance more because he's bringing in the big bucks now.
Right.
He's in the top now. So we're going to recognize him and we're going to want to point him someplace really special soon. 100. So we want to know, what are the goals that we're finally going to give him to continue on for the next year?
Right. So let's continue here. He should continue to pursue interdepartment and outside trainings and whatever areas of interest that he has to enhance his career development.
So we want to enhance just by doing whatever.
Yeah.
But he's been doing training classes every single review.
Right. Officer Douglas is a hard worker who acclimated back to the road very quickly after being in special assignment. So
patrol is special assignment, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, right?
But he acclimated back. What did he do? Oh, we just don't know. But we are going to take their word for it. We have to.
It's not like a bike.
You have to trust your government officials, people. You can't just assume.
Yeah. K-Dot, it's not like a bike, right? You can't just get in the car and just drive. I mean, you have to get acclimated again, right? I mean,
right. Yeah. I would, yeah.
All right. Continuing on in the ongoing saga, let's go up here to, this is for the year Now 4 is crossed out for 5 because somebody made a
because we need to be consistent. Remember, the reviews they're annual. They always go from the time you're hired. Your anniversary date doesn't change.
Right.
But
Now,
oopsie, we made a mistake.
Yeah, we made a mistake. So this one is noteworthy, and I'll tell you guys why it's noteworthy, because this is the first time that Officer Michael Douglas received an exceptional rating. He got 1, 2, 3, 4 exceptionals and his overall performance for the first time ever.
It's actually it's 5 if you count the overall.
I don't count the overall. That's like the
you're not being fair to Dougie.
Right.
Give him the 5.
Yeah. Well, he's now considered an exception.
But I think you should read just the exceptionals. I think you should read them quickly.
Okay, I'll read them quickly. Douglas's communications are exemplary in content and presentation, which makes his understanding of the matter very clear and concise. Douglas communicates very clearly with citizens, supervisors, and peers. Communications are always very clear, concise, and professional. Now, that wasn't
rocks.
That wasn't copy and pasted from the previous one at all.
No, not at all.
Douglas is very analytical and decisive in his decision making. He makes very appropriate decisions in a timely manner, even under stressful situations. He's very thorough in his thought processes and defers to higher authority if needed, while also being able to adapt as needed. Job knowledge consistently demonstrates comprehensive job knowledge in his duties. He's a watch resource based on his experiences, abilities, and special assignment experience. He has special assignment, foot patrol. I mean, obviously, you're going to get everything you need there. He has an obvious knowledge of department goals and missions and works specifically towards those goals. Additional dimensions. Field performance productivity. Officer Douglas is an extremely proactive officer who is consistently at or near the top in track productivity. He is constantly volunteering for calls for service and is extremely active in contacting people. He's a great
AKA pulling people over, arresting them, and giving them tickets. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're right. A great example of what all patrol officers should strive to be.
So see, he's a top revenue generator.
Yeah.
But read the overall.
Yeah, overall. Officer Douglas has been exemplary in how he conducts himself. Very proactive, professional, and thorough manner.
Sounds like pirate activity, but okay.
Right. He is a leader in productivity and field contacts. Hold on, I got to close this window because the dogs are barking outside. He is always even-keeled and professional and has exceptional working relationships with officers and citizens alike.
Yay for the citizens. You got an honorable mention, citizens. You rock.
So he's professional when he takes your money. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and we don't know if he's killed anybody yet because, he doesn't get that tactical thing anymore. But no formal disciplines during this. Still has the bachelor's. Unfortunately, he can't handle any more additional assignments or get any formal awards. But we have a lengthy narrative here, and this narrative is just beautiful.
It is. It's perfect. Let's go on to it. Officer Douglas continues to conduct himself in a very positive and professional manner. We've never seen that sentence before, ever.
Never.
He's a very even-tempered officer who makes very sound decisions and conducts very thorough investigations. Officer Douglas has been commended from coworkers and citizens alike for his professionalism and service in his duties. I'm sure those.
Wait a second, but how come there's no awards for that up there?
Well, I mean,
there's no citations, but he's constantly getting it. Oh, yeah. They must have forgot. They forgot.
I mean, attachments, tomatoes. I mean, come on, Ellie. Like,
and they didn't check above because he doesn't. Officer Douglas does not want to be braggadocious in his reviews.
No, why would he?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Officer Douglas brings a great attitude and a quiet enthusiasm to his duty. I've never heard of that term, quiet enthusiasm.
Because he's sitting there going, I got somebody else.
No, he opens up his
check. Gloat in front of the citizen.
He opens his check up and he's like,
Yep.
Oh, man. He is very cognizant of the APD mission and how he represents the department in his daily interactions at work. He has an obvious pride and dedication to his duties and is very strong communicator. How can he be a strong communicator but be very quiet? That doesn't.
He's not braggadocious, I told you.
All right.
Well, maybe. Hey, they do have sign language. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he's a sign language enthusiast.
So then maybe everybody in chat should put a thumbs up for Dougie.
He is respectful of everyone that comes across. Well, I mean, K-Dot's video proved that, and my video has proved that he's very respectful of everyone. He's respectful of everyone that he comes across, and he treats people with respect and dignity. I can't even say that with a straight face, man. Officer Douglas is well respected by citizens, peers, and supervisors alike. I mean,
and the transients. They love them.
And the transients. And I like how they call them transients. That's precious.
Oh, shit.
K-Dot, there's no other sentence that makes me laugh harder than that one, man. I mean, it's unbelievable. And people would think that we were biased if they didn't get further proof by other people having the same bullshit with Officer Douglas that we did. Officer Douglas is looked upon as a resource to officers and has consistently shared intelligence and gained knowledge to younger officers. Officer Douglas has been commended for his selfless assistance with younger officers as well. Isn't that the same fucking thing? Jesus Christ, these people. Douglas assisted a new officer on the team who had numerous documented performance deficiencies by writing to officer. They misspelled this by writing.
Well, wait a second. But I wonder, that officer that had those deficiencies, what do you think that person's review looked like?
Oh,
one may wonder.
I'd love to see that. Officer Douglas has been commended by citizens for his professionalism, assistance, and
again.
Yes.
Again with the citizens.
Oh, I know.
And didn't include a one. Not a mention of which citizen or which business or attached anything. Oh, not a one.
Right, not one. Officer Douglas has also been seen to author very clear and concise reports and is simply an exemplary and professional officer. Douglas has represented himself in the APD in the highest light and is an excellent example of what officers should strive to be in serving the citizens of Aurora. Keep up the great work, Mike. It's a pleasure serving with you. I mean, we haven't heard that before, have we?
Nope.
Yeah. So
I've never heard that.
Never. Let's continue on. We I don't know if we want to skip some years or what, but I mean, it just gets better and better. I mean, do you want to go through all of them, Ellie? We've got like 10 more to go.
Well, no. We can do it quickly.
Okay. So this one is for the year 13 to 14. Again, with the dates, you can notice up in the upper right, we have a human resources stamp that says June and May 29th. And then if we look down below here, no stamp. Crazy. Okay, so should I just do the narrative or do we want to do anything? Oh, he's back.
No. We'll just say how many exceptionals did he get in this one?
Yep, 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the overall again. So again, but still no promotion. I don't get it.
No promotion.
He got no write-ups.
Nope.
He did get an additional duties. He got the SIT again.
Yep, CIT. Yes.
Or CIT, I'm sorry. He got the CIT again. His
bachelor's. Yeah.
Yep, still got that. Very, no formal awards.
No formal. I mean, you can't be tasked with getting a Medal of Honor or
every single time. Granted, I give you that.
Right.
So let's just skip to the narrative.
Okay. Very appreciated for his attitude and work ethic. He needs very little supervision and is one of the more experienced officers on the team. That said, he is here's the first teeny bit of criticism we get for Officer Douglas. He is encouraged to work through problems he encounters and take a bit more risk when it comes to decision. What the fuck? They're asking him to take more risk? Oh, unbelievable.
But what problems is he encouraged to work through? Oh, he got 5 exceptionals, for goodness sake. How much more could you expect from this man?
Right. Since he is testing for Sargent, the ability to work through problems and make decisions is paramount. and a skill he should be developing.
Oh, he's going to get that other promotion soon. I can feel it, ladies and gentlemen. I can feel it. I'm so excited. Go, Dougie.
It's coming. Dougie is getting it. He will continue to be encouraged and attend training that supports his position on patrol as well as his goal of promotion. He may also consider seeking training where he may lack in experience.
He lacks for nothing. I'm standing with you, Dougie.
Right. So should he promote, he has the already started building a solid foundation to work from. For example, tactics and high risk response calls.
But I thought he did so great with the citizens.
No,
I thought he made great decisions, great judgments, and now you're saying the opposite. I'm
weird.
so confused.
Really
Poor Dougie.
He has attended all annual training, completed qualifications, and met standards of quarterly inspections. A majority, if not all, of Officer Douglas certificates and PAEs for which is it? Is a majority or all? And PAEs can be viewed in the AIM system for this evaluation.
If only we could see AIM.
I know.
My goodness.
Right. Let's continue on here to the year
2014, 2015. We're going to rock here because congratulations, Sergeant Dougie.
Yes,
he made it.
He made Sargent. Yes, let's all celebrate here. But on the downside, he only got 3 exceptionals, and his overall went.
Listen, he's in a new position now. Okay. Be fair, MLH. He's a sergeant, and he still got 3. That's not that bad for him.
Not terrible. It seems like a regression, but maybe I'm looking at this in the wrong light.
Now, and we're almost done because remember we missed stuff. But I think you need to read just to 3.
Okay.
To see what happened in his first year of being sergeant, because I know everybody in chat is wondering.
All right. Sergeant Douglas consistently identifies and recognizes conflict and tension as it develops and takes action to immediately rectify. Excuse me. Thank you. Where am I? Okay. Rectify the situation. Sergeant Douglas consistently recognizes and addresses officers' developmental needs by providing training opportunities and details like how to stay asleep or stay awake at the job. No, I'm kidding. I added that stuff at the end.
But he's able to do all this while still learning himself. His first year as sergeant, he rocks.
Right. All right.
Let's go to initiative.
Initiative. Sergeant Douglas actively assesses the process of work and looks to improve that process. This is evident by his thorough understanding of directives and policy and procedure, which interchangeable, with competence and authority. He attempts to further departmental goals and objectives. So in other words, he's becoming RoboCop with the directives here. And then additional dimensions, organizational networking. Sergeant Douglas consistently promotes an environment that encourages active participation. He is aware of the many resources on the department. He like they have a gym. They let him know that they have a gym. I mean, participation is, not mandatory, but, he regularly utilizes his contacts within the special units of the department to problem solve and get questions answered for he and his team.
And wait, even though I know this is an exceptional, go down, I need to read the overall performance.
Oh, go ahead.
Even though it's satisfactory, Sergeant Douglas has done an excellent job in his first year as sergeant. He has a firm grasp on what the duties and responsibilities of a sergeant are. He continues to apply himself and excel in his new position. He demonstrates great leadership for his team and a concern for the community. We bow to you, Sergeant Dougie.
Right. Now, it's kind of weird that the times changed. 11:15, 11:23, December 4th. Just something to keep in mind.
What did I tell you about those pesky dates? Who cares if this was done in a short amount of time? That it's now November instead of May, and it's December that HR got it. Don't worry, everything goes back to May.
Right. Okay.
Everything goes back to May.
Right. So no formal disciplines. He's got the CIT back and bachelor stays there. No formal awards. Sergeant Douglas demonstrated his desire to improve his effectiveness as a leader by seeking out and attending a 2-week So we went from 1 week to 2 weeks here, guys. Training during this evaluation period, which was sponsored by the County Sheriff's Supervisory Institute.
That must be the college he got his bachelor's at.
Oh,
he must have gotten it at the County Sheriff's Supervisory Institute. Yes.
I mean, maybe. Yes. Sergeant Douglas does a great job balancing his leadership responsibilities with providing officers with growth opportunities. He provides guidance for officers, but does not over-supervise and allows officers to make decisions like going to sleep and take action at calls without undue interference from him. Sergeant Douglas.
So in other words, wait a minute. In other words, he minds his own business, meaning that he's not really supervising because he still has to generate his own money, people.
Right.
He still has to have his target number.
Right. Sergeant Douglas monitors and intervenes when necessary and is consistently aware of events as they unfold. I don't think I read that sentence in any other evaluations here.
No, it's brand new.
Yeah. Sergeant Douglas has demonstrated that he is capable supervisor who is able to fulfill the duties of the rank. I never read that one either. Skill level is appropriate for his tenure. He should now look for growth and development opportunities both inside and outside of the department. This could be achieved through seeking the next level of his education, outside trainings and leadership courses, seeking a special assignment and or filling a mentor to learn from on the department.
But wait, he's mentoring others and he needs a mentor. And how much education do you want? The man just got a bachelor's degree, for goodness sakes.
I mean, that's more than
taking all these courses. And in this one, he did get the crisis intervention training. So now you're asking him to do even more. I find this appalling that you would do this to him.
Appropriately, Duckin' Felonies is in chat. So welcome, Duckin' Felonies. All right, let's move on to, this would be, 12/6 of 2015 to 12/6 of 2016. And this is a stark change, guys. Even though
he got 6 exceptionals, he rocks.
I'm not going to read them all.
No. They can screenshot that.
They can screenshot it. But let's move down to the narrative here. Oh, first we got no formal discipline. Additional duties, he's got the CIT again, and he still has his bachelor's and no formal awards. This was the second year that I supervised Sergeant Douglas. I have observed tremendous growth in his abilities as a leader, mentor, and manager. During this evaluation period, he was tasked with running 2 teams for several months because of the absence of another sergeant. Because of this, his ability to take vacation and attend any sort of trainings was very limited.
Oh, wait a minute. Everybody, poor Dougie didn't get to take his vacation. He only gets 6 weeks, for goodness sake. He couldn't take it. And I want you to keep in mind, he's doing somebody else's job. Right. So he's overworked. Not only is he still learning his own, because he's only been doing it for a year, but he's now doing somebody else's job that he has not been trained to do, and he is doing exceptional.
Right. K-Dot, any thoughts on Sergeant Douglas not being able to take his paid vacation?
I'm in down.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Go ahead, Ellie.
Kip asked, who's paying for all those so-called trainings? That's an excellent question. The citizens of Aurora and probably the foundation involved with the 9/11 baseball game for the rookies. And I'm sure Hurricane Katrina funds are coming into that. But I assure you, they will make budget.
You know,
for that year.
Kip LA actually lived in Aurora. So, just saying. Duckin' Felony says, thank you guys for all you do for us in Aurora as Aurora citizens. I'm always hoping y'all around when I walk my dog outside. LOL. I feel safer. Duckin', email me if you're having any issues, and we'll try to help you out with any of that. Tell me the area that you live in, not necessarily your address or anything. I don't want you to think I'm a creepster or K-Dot's a creepster, but we always are willing to help out when we're needed. Okay, where did I leave off here? This is good. This is good, guys.
Yeah, we're just reading this. We're starting this now.
His administrative duties, supervisory duties, and general paperwork was greatly increased. So he became a pencil pusher, it seems. Sergeant
Well, no. It greatly increased because he's doing two people's jobs.
I gotcha. So that we're doing this narrative here.
With no training.
Right. Sergeant Douglas took on the added responsibility with a positive attitude and professionalism. Additionally, this all occurred during a very tumultuous time in his life where he was dealing with a very serious and unexpected family tragedy.
Oh, wait a second. And they didn't allow him any time off to deal with this. So they let this pressure keep building up and let him go out with the citizens. And, well, I guess we're not going to see we haven't killed anybody.
Right.
Congratulations here anymore. Because you have somebody that needs some type of counseling and therapy dealing with unexpected family tragedies, and yet you still let them go out there to suck up the money and put people in jail and handle a new job without any vacation.
And on top of that, we doubled his job duties.
Yes.
So the number one thing to do when somebody has mental distress, just add more workload.
Exactly.
Somebody with a 40-hour work week, KDOT, just add another 20 to 40 hours on top of that. Like if you're dealing with a family tragedy, that's fine. That's okay. That's cool. Sergeant Douglas supervised many serious felony calls during this evaluation period to include various homicides and shootings, and demonstrated his competence in doing so, meaning he showed up. Sergeant Douglas was commended by another supervisor in his work assisting DI during the pursuit and apprehension of suspects during an outside agency assist. This was 16-16592. Sergeant Douglas should look for training opportunities, which should help him become more effective as LPO. Yeah.
So we want him to take on more responsibility, more training when he's handling two people's jobs, can't even take time off for himself, and grieving with a family tragedy.
Yes.
But we're going to give him a goal of do more.
Right. Do more. More like do. All right. Here's the period of 12/6, 16 to 17. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's only missed it by 1. Oh, no, 2, I'm sorry. Decision making, just satisfactory. And assignment specific tactical knowledge and ability, just satisfactory. So other than that, exceptional. So anything you want to say on that, Ellie? Before we move?
He's amazing. I can't believe the pressure that they're putting on the poor guy. But yet they wonder why they get sued, and they go around just shooting people at random with all this stress. But, hey, Dougie took it on. Dougie never said, hey, I can't. He said, give me more, because I'm a team player.
Yeah. Kip said, I lived in South Aurora, Buckley, and Iliff. I've had my run-ins with Aurora PD. They were the ones who first fucked me up. Yeah.
Damn.
Not surprising. Formal discipline, no additional duties, formal education. You still got that bachelor's, so that's good. And we added commander's commendation certificate this year. Here's the narrative. Sergeant Douglas was assigned to District 1 Patrol Graveyard Shift, Team 13. This is kind of a weird change for the majority of this evaluation period. During this time, Sergeant Douglas was an integral part of the operational success of his team. He provided guidance, feedback, and support for his personnel. He displayed strong leadership skills. He took responsibility for his supervisory decisions and would accept feedback in a positive manner. So did he get in trouble for something? I'm not understanding. He understands the importance of supporting his personnel, but would also hold them accountable for their mistakes. He would respond to critical incidents and would display great competency at running a scene and investigation. He has a strong work ethic and always there for his personnel. Oh, God, I feel like I'm reading a milquetoast fucking.
So let me get this straight. So he holds his whistleblowers accountable. Got it.
Yeah, absolutely, KDOT. I'm pretty sure, KDOT, we won't find anything else in these files to be on the contrary. So let's just continue on here. Let's see, work ethic, party. He responded to an armed suicidal party call and immediately took on a supervisory role. He worked with another supervisor to formulate a tactical plan which focused on officer safety. In other words, get the SWAT team. That's what happened there.
Now wait a minute. There's a little more involved in that.
What did I miss? Did I miss something? He responded.
Remember, he was involved in a suicide thing
Yes.
where somebody wanted to kill themselves.
Yep.
And his goal was to get everybody together in a tactical thing to make sure that there was what? Officer safety.
Officer safety, yes.
Because the guy wasn't homicidal, he was suicidal.
Right.
But we want to make sure there's officer safety. So what do we do when somebody's suicidal? We break out the artillery.
That's what I was saying. Let's bring the SWAT. Second felony says Francine Martinez was the one that arrested me before they almost killed Mr. Vincent. That's interesting. Duck and Felonies, email me. I want to know more. I really do want to know more. Let's see. He worked with another supervisor. Okay, deployed personnel in an effective manner and coordinated the detention of the suicidal subject when he was taken into protective custody. In other words, he was beaten and taken in, arrested. He was beaten and arrested. This is a great example of leadership on the part of Sergeant Douglas, based on his knowledge, skills, abilities, along with a good reputation. Sergeant Douglas was recently selected and assigned to a supervisory position in the traffic section. Sergeant Douglas should continue his development as a supervisor and keep up the good work.
But he did such a great job. He took down that person that was going to kill himself, threw him in jail, got the task force out, got a medal for it, and a little accolade. Long live Sergeant Douglas.
Oh, he's just exemplary. And now we're going to 2017. Yeah, he's amazing, K-Dot. 2017, 2018, and he got all but one exceptional.
But wait a second, though.
What?
The dates change a little more. December 6th of 2017 to December 6th of 2018. Yeah. Amazing how it's still on the 6th of the month, but we took 7 months out.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened during those 7 months. We just didn't review them.
Right. I mean, why should you? I mean, it's all taken care of. It's all taken care of, Ellie. I mean,
everything's golden.
Details, Ellie. I mean, let's not sweat the details. So yeah, he was just one away from being perfect this year, guys and gals. And here's he got his formal discipline. No, there was no additional duties, formal education. Still got that bachelor's, but he lost that certificate this year. Let's go to
poor
the
guy.
news. I know. Almost perfect, Ellie.
I know. So this is going to be glowing, this report. Glowing.
This is really good. Sergeant Douglas is a highly motivated employee and requires virtually no supervision. Over the past year, I have learned I can count on him to make the right decisions on the road and in my absence.
So in other words, nobody's supervising him because he doesn't need any, and his person reviewing is absent.
Right.
Admittingly absent. So we don't need to supervise him. This review, you might have said that Sergeant Dougie wrote it himself.
I mean, you can make that assumption, but you know what you do when you assume, Ellie. You know what you do when you assume. All right, let's continue on. He goes out of his way to treat everyone in a professional manner. We've never heard that exact sentence in like 3 or 4 other reviews, and doesn't hesitate to take action, both positive and negative when necessary. He has gained the respect of his team and the other units. He continues.
Wait a second. I thought he worked great with them. Now he had to gain their respect? I thought he already had their respect.
Oh, yeah. I think he assumed because he had sergeant stripes. I think that's the reason why.
No. He's already been sergeant for a little bit now.
Yeah, he's been sergeant for a year and a half.
This is 3rd year now.
Oh, 3rd year. Yeah. Wow. All right. Sergeant Douglas brings tenure and experience, which are invaluable to the traffic bureau he runs, and manages the DUI DUI grants and assists for the DUI checkpoints throughout the year. He's very detailed.
That means, ladies and gentlemen, he is a pencil pusher to write things to get more money for the city of Aurora. Not that he actually did it, but what he did was he oversaw somebody else who wrote it. So he proofread it.
Yep.
That's what he did.
Absolutely. I mean, you can read between the lines on these things for sure. He's very detailed, and it shows in his reports, officer investigations, memorandums, and reviews. In other words, he makes sure to have court proof reports. So, he knows the lingo, in other words. He continues to demonstrate professionalism and is consistent on a consistent basis and has received letters of appreciation from other supervisors, detectives, and citizens.
But again, we don't have any of these letters or anything, so we can just write anything in we want without any evidence that there was such a thing.
Absolutely.
And if he's supervising, why are the citizens coming up to him if his job is to just oversee his people?
Right. Sergeant yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna talk about the overarching theme of this evaluation when we get done. I know this is lengthy, and I appreciate everybody for being here, but it's super important to go over. Sergeant Douglas has unfortunately been the lead investigative sergeant for most of the 33 fatals this year. They don't say fatalities anymore, apparently. He is very detailed in those investigations and keeps the chain of command abreast of the investigation. Because of his schedule, he is usually the quote on-call sergeant for the unit. Thanks for all you have done over this past year. So
33 fatalities. Can you imagine? That's almost one a week because, he gets time off for vacation, so he's off for at least 3 months out of the year. Yeah. So you're talking about one a week. I wonder how many of those 33 fatality issues where the crime was solved.
I got the one to read this comment real quick from Duck and Felonies. He says Francine Martinez was the one that arrested me before they almost killed Mr. Vincent, and she's referring to Mr. Kyle Vincent. Whoa.
Yeah. MLH addressed that and asked her to email
us, Duncan, because that would be an interesting story to tell.
Now,
I'm very interested.
This narrative, though, is extremely important that you remember this because we're going to go into the next one, and I want to see what you guys can spot.
All right. Here is the next one, which is for...
This is where it changes again.
It changes a little bit.
This should be the last one you have, right?
Yep, this is the last one.
Yep. Okay, so go to the top. Let's go to the top.
I'm at the top.
So this is the incident date, March 12/5/2019. It says opened, and date reported was January 27th of 2020. Yeah. This is for Michael J. Douglas. The supervisor is Christopher T. Carlton. His rank is police sergeant. Position for the traffic night shift of 912. And we're going to go into the eval. So the details are the evaluation is annual. Date range is from 12/6/2018 to 12/6/2019. Depositions, it says C. The matrix. Leadership skills, satisfactory. Interpersonal communication skills is exceptional. Operational management, improvement is needed. Oh, Dougie, what happened? Decision making, exceptional.
Yep.
Initiative, exceptional. Job knowledge, exceptional. So we still need improvement on the management, but we're exceptional everywhere else. An assignment-specific dimension is the inter-organizational networking. The assignment-specific dimension, exceptional.
Yeah.
Overall performance, satisfactory. Oh no. Formal discipline during this rating period, yes. Whoa. Formal discipline type written, and how many won? Oh no, Dougie, what happened? I can't, I don't believe it. Formal education is formal education. I just copy and pasted what the category was. Formal education, highest completed bachelor's, but we don't know from where. Has employees been actively engaged in obtaining the next level of education during this evaluation period? No. Oh no, he didn't take any more classes. He was on such a line to become chief. What could have happened? Former discipline, explained fully in tracking, and then additional responsibilities. He had none. Oh, and then he was assigned to Jade Lanigan, yet somebody else. So we're sharing this with more, and we have notes. Oh, please read the notes because we got to see what happened to poor Dougie. He was doing so good.
This, as they say in the industry, is the climax, y'all. So get ready for this because we don't have anything after 2020, which is another contention that I'll talk to you guys about in a bit. But here's the notes. Sergeant Douglas is a highly motivated supervisor and requires little one-on-one supervision. We've never heard that line before. Over the past year.
Go ahead. I want you to read this paragraph and then I want you to stop.
Okay. Over the past year, I've learned I can count on him to make the right decisions on the road and in my absence. Sergeant Douglas goes out of his way to treat everybody in a professional manner and doesn't hesitate to take action, both positive and negative, when necessary. He has gained the respect of his team and the other units he continuously works with. Okay, I know.
Now, I would like everybody to please screenshot this, please.
Yes.
So I'll give it to 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. So they screenshot it. Now, I would like you to please go back to the last narrative that we read before, and let's read what this says.
Yes. Sergeant Douglas is a highly motivated employee and requires virtually no supervision. Over the past year, I have learned I can count on him to make the right decisions on the road and in my absence. He goes out of his way to treat everyone in a professional manner and doesn't hesitate to take action, both positive and negative, when necessary. He has gained the respect of his team and the other units he continually works with.
Oh my God, that was word for word for word. I'm sure the next paragraph is going to be different. Go ahead, read the next paragraph.
Here's the next paragraph. Sergeant Douglas brings valued experience to the unit, which is invaluable. He runs and manages the state DUI grants and assisted and or managed setting up the DUI checkpoints throughout the year. He is very detailed person, and it shows in his reports, officer investigations, memorandums, and reviews. He continues to demonstrate professionalism on a consistent basis and has received letters of appreciation from other supervisors, directives, and citizens.
Oh, go back to the other one again. Go back.
Okay.
Read.
Douglas brings tenure and experience which are invaluable to the Traffic Bureau. He runs and manages the DUI grants and assists and the DUI checkpoints throughout the. Go ahead, K-Dot. Go ahead.
No. I'm just
okay. He's a very detailed person, and it shows in his reports, officer investigations, memorandums, and reviews. He continues to demonstrate professionalism on a consistent basis and has received letters of appreciation from other supervisors, detectives, and citizens.
Oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's duplicate. Now remember, there was only 3 paragraphs in that one. There are 4 in this. So read the third one. Read it. I'm so excited.
Before I
copy and paste. Transparency time. You don't think that. It's just a coincidence that they use the same verbiage.
Transparency time. How dare you accuse people of copying and pasting? You know better.
I can't believe that he would do that. Somebody put him in the corner.
Ellie,
this is not right.
Ellie, let's prove him wrong.
Absolutely. Please read the third paragraph.
Sergeant Douglas has unfortunately been the lead investigative sergeant for most of the traffic unit fatals this year.
They took out the word 33.
Right. The fatals, still the same thing. It should be fatalities. He is very detailed in these complex investigations and keeps the chain of command abreast of the investigation. Because of this schedule, he is usually the, quote, on-call sergeant for the unit, which by default, he is then left to think on his own and make quick and important decisions.
Left on his own with no supervision. Where did I hear that before? Oh, please read the last paragraph. Please.
Let's go to the last paragraph for last year's evaluation in 2019. Well, last year, according to this narrative. Sergeant Douglas has unfortunately been the lead investigative sergeant for most of the 33 fatals this year.
Well, let's just erase 33 because
Right.
we don't know how many next year.
Right. I mean, he is very detailed in these investigations and keeps the chain of command abreast of the investigation. Who uses the word abreast anymore? Jesus Christ.
Well, they do twice.
Because of his schedule, he's usually the quote on-call sergeant for the unit. Thanks for all you have done over the past year.
Oh my goodness. We got to learn something new this year, though. So what can we throw in that's new?
Well, let's read the last paragraph. This past year, he received a written reprimand for not validating the actions of one of his DUI officers.
Oh, Dougie. Dougie.
A DUI officer was accused of sleeping on the job and not being productive or doing poor investigations. Sergeant Douglas defended his officer on face value and later found out that the allegations were true and that the officer was removed from the DUI traffic unit. Sergeant Douglas shared what was a confidential email with the accused officer, which yes.
Oh, he snitched out his own snitch.
Yeah, which should have never been done, creating a toxic work environment.
Oh my! I
With
hear that
the
word
accused and the officer who brought this up. Sergeant Douglas was counseled about how to monitor his subordinates and to never take an allegation on face value and to always validate what is being said, good or bad. He took full responsibility for this incident.
Oh, shoot.
And I believe he has learned from it.
Oh, thank goodness he understands he made an error and he's learned from it, you bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, MLH.
Yes.
Was there any punishment behind that, or just
let's look
well,
here.
No, but hold on, you're missing the last sentence.
Yeah, I'm gonna read. Thanks, Mike, for all you have done for this past year. I wish you luck in your new venture as the front desk supervisor.
Oh no, Sergeant Dougie got demoted, everybody. He was doing so good and he got all those exceptionals still, and they demoted him.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sergeant Dougie.
And mind you, he did state that he said, no, I applied for that. Really?
Yeah, that's what he told you. That's what he told you. He applied for that demotion.
He applied for that demotion, and I wanted to work there. You just become you get a bachelor's degree just to be a.
Well, now we know that Sergeant Dougie, though, is what is his new responsibilities? He's in charge of what?
Police officer. Or police reports, yes.
Yep, police reports.
He's in charge of all the reports and everything. Yep, and you guys wonder why, after this, you can no longer see his annual reviews because he is in charge of those records.
Yep.
And we cannot see what's going on behind the curtain. Well, but look at all those still exceptionals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
How do you get 5 exceptionals, 2 satisfactories, and a needs improvement, and get this positive, glowing review that you stole from the year before verbatim and only added his write-up but said he learned his lesson?
Yep.
Is anybody seeing something suspicious going on here, or is it just me?
Ellie, I brought this up many occasions, okay? I brought it up to the chief. I brought it up to and K-Dot as well. I don't want to leave you out, K-Dot. Chime in, bro. I brought this up when we went back and we confronted Douglas, which we have. K-Dot and I both have those videos up on our channels. And K-Dot very astutely pointed out, and it was denial. He's like, basically what Douglas was saying, did you get the full report? Yes, we got the full report, dumbass. We wouldn't be here talking to you if we didn't have the full report. So
just so everybody knows, Sergeant Dougie is watching. So if everybody could say hello to him.
Yeah.
I think that would be nice. He's a little sore about his demotion still. So we want to give him some positive reinforcement. So if everybody could just say hi to Officer Dougie, that would be great.
Officer Dougie, I love that. So let me talk about the overarching kind of idea of this whole thing and why I wanted to specifically do this, guys and gals. This is the tip of the iceberg for corruption, because I have personally put in for other officers evaluations and personnel files and the like, right? And now the only thing I can get from Aurora is completely redacted reports, up to and including now. Now they refuse to give me any reports anywhere I put them in. It doesn't matter if it's Denver, Aurora, Inglewood, Thornton, and KDOT. You know as well as I do who is the person that no matter what I did, they would just give me reports, up to and including officers that were under investigation, like Officer Ramos in Denver, who shot up 5 people in downtown Denver. How long did it usually take me to get those reports?
It didn't take long at all.
Like usually about a week, and I would have
Yeah.
everything we needed, right?
Yep. Sure.
So there's a definite bias going on here. There's cover-ups to an nth degree. After I got this one, and I requested Sergeant Cooks, who's another piece of shit in that same department, who oversees records in general at headquarters. I got Cooks back and everything was redacted. As a matter of fact, I got an email from the chief saying that they made a mistake in giving me Officer Douglas's evaluations, and further requests would be redacted. So this is a legal issue that is it's really bothering me, guys and gals, because now anytime that I request these evaluations, they're going to come back redacted, and the lawyers at the headquarters are being obstinate now about it. KDOT and I met with the chief, and one of the main issues that we had, other than the press conference that was troublesome that he had, was the fact that these reports were being hidden and redacted, and that is a huge issue, because in the Colorado statutes, it specifically says that there are only 3 reasons for redactions: social security numbers, which all of us can agree definitely need to be redacted. Nobody wants their identity stolen. Signatures, which Ellie went over. I mean, there's a reason why signatures should be redacted. Like, nobody wants forgeries, and therefore, a lot of havoc can ensue from forgeries. And addresses, right? And also personal information, like if there's anything personal
Identifying information. It's called PII, personal identifying information.
Yes.
But that we found out that doesn't necessarily come true.
No, it doesn't, because, and let me see if I can find
for Officer Cook.
Let's see if I can find Cook's
we should do that on another episode, because that's going to be quite lengthy as well. There's so much involved in that.
Okay, but suffice it to say, we got to wrap it up here, because I know everybody wants to eat Easter dinner and stuff. But let's suffice it to say that Officer Cook's evaluations, just like what we went over here, were completely redacted. But we got a lot of personal information about Officer Cook, including education, previous work history, et cetera,
fiance,
yeah.
What medical insurance has not changed, hasn't changed.
Yep. Also, if you guys, I don't want to give too much away on this one, because I'm still working on something with this one, but Officer Douglas Haroon might be interested in contacting me. So Mr. Haroon, if you're listening, I can't call you officer anymore, because you're not an officer. You got unceremoniously resigned from.
Oh no, another one bit the dust.
Yes.
And another one's gone, and another one's gone, and another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can't you see? Another one bites the dust.
I know, right? It's just striking. KDOT, Did you want to add anything to this particular expose?
I mean, hey, it's pretty clear what happened and what narrative, how much of a narrative they're control of over our documents and our evaluation of our
Yeah.
officers. So it's clear and concise. Shit is missing, not transparent. Because I'm wondering if they actually included this on their report as well, as far as the 14-month investigation. The shit is just missing, and so I'm not surprised. So
Yeah.
well,
I hope you don't mind, Kate. I'm going to play this in the background while we kind of talk about all this. But is that too loud there? Can you guys hear that?
I can't hear anything.
Can't hear
I
anything.
can't really know.
No.
Oh, hold on. I got a different way of doing it, but I'll. Yeah, I know why. Hold on. Give me 1 second, and I will provide you guys with a little bit of background music for final thoughts.
Oh, good. I love final thoughts because I have them.
Yeah. Let's see. I gotta do this just because you brought it up, Ellie. It's fucking brilliant. But let's play. Let me get past the commercials here, and then I will play something very special in the background while we do final thoughts. And of course, Ellie, I'll start with you. But I'm stalling for time because commercials. They on YouTube you can't have anything awesome without you know okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Let's do this right here. Ellie, your final thoughts.
Okay, my final thoughts. I would like to call together all the citizens in Aurora and those in chat that are listening to please rush down, sign up to join the Aurora PD because you can not only get $10,000, but look at the benefits that you get. You can do reviews in 12 months or 7 months or 4 months. They can be done by 2 people. They can take reviews out, put things in, overwork you. As long as you're bringing in the money, listen, anything can be overlooked. And you could wind up too making $141,000 a year plus bennies and overtime. So listen, let's not judge. Let's join the team. I think they should hire everybody because it's just such a wonderful community. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome,
Wow!
Ellie.
My God! Oh my
K-Dot.
God! I thought that was like the best commercial ever.
It was awesome.
But that
K-Dot.
she need, yeah, they need to pay her for that.
Yeah.
God, just hey, do not take stuff on face value. You know what I'm saying? Investigate. We do this for a reason. We get these files and all those things on the officers for a reason, so it can create a background of who and actually are we dealing with. And like I said, I called it a while ago. Usually, people or officers who work in the uh office area or in the I don't know, in the coat rack room or uniform room. My bad, sorry.
Yeah.
They usually did something wrong. Okay, nobody signs up for the most part to be who said somebody who's called him a desk jockey. Transparent time called him a desk jockey. So nobody signs up to do that. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I want you guys to be safe out there. And thank you for having me on the show. Ellie, you were wonderful as always. And thank you,
you.
ML, for having me, sir.
Hey, no problem. And I think this song is absolutely appropriate. Another one bites the dust. I think we've done a very, very thorough job of destroying. And by the way, we're not done with Sergeant Douglas. K-Dot and I will be confronting him at a certain later date. I don't want to give him a heads up when we're going to be there because he's a slimy piece of shit. And I'm sorry to be, I'm going to pause the music for a second here because all I hear is this weird thing. Is somebody getting like a call or some weird vibration?
Sorry, that's
Not me.
Okay. I was like,
What?
wow. Okay. All right.
My brother calling me.
No worries. Here's what my final thoughts. We're not done with Sergeant Douglas. You will see him on camera at least one more time, and I'm going to entitle it "Cover Up Douglas: In Search of Cover Up Douglas Part 3" because we've already had 2 videos on Sergeant Douglas, and now we've done.
No. It's already been defined as Dougie.
Oh, I'm
This
sorry.
has been an added addition, please.
I'm sorry, Sergeant Cover Up Dougie.
Yes.
We're going to find you again. I know you've been ducking us for the past week, but there's a reason why that they don't want to release your last 2 years of reports, and I wonder why that is. I really wonder because we're missing that part of the report.
Yep.
We're missing a lot of information, and I'm sure you'll be willing to clarify where you got your degree from, first of all, which is a question that I definitely want to ask. And then I will be happy in playing this song with, you know what, I think I'm going to buy a special boombox, K-Dot, and I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this because, in the realm of getting shit done in Aurora, Colorado, and the Denver metro area, in conjunction with Big Sis, Ellie, and Little Bro K-Dot, we always win. So those are my final thoughts. Everybody, thank you guys for joining. Really, really appreciate it. Ellie, thank you for your hard work on this particular evaluation. I'm going to pause
Yes.
here. I don't want to get copyright.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
Yeah.
And Dougie, I hope we can still be friends. I'm just trying to help you, dude. I'm just trying to help you because I know eventually you're going to wind up at another police district. So I just want to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So thanks to KDOT for just being awesome and always there for me, like I am there for him. You guys, this is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to corruption in the Aurora Police Department, and we are on them like white on rice, like a fly on shit, and we will fucking get to the end of all of this at some point. And I think KDOT, this chapter of exposing Michael Douglas, not the actor, the piece of shit police officer in Aurora, Colorado, aka Mr. Clean, aka Dougie. Let's continue on our quest to expose the entire police department for what they are. Kip, MLHK dot, more of this with Ellie. I mean, trust me, we're working on a lot of things, Kip. You don't you worry. Don't you worry. All you did a great job with this live stream, keeping them all accountable. Thank you, Transparency Time. Thank you to everybody in chat on this Easter weekend on this special edition of I don't know, I don't even know if this is a show, but this it's not a show, it's information for you guys, and I thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I want you guys to be safe, be kind to others, be kind to your family, but most importantly, be kind to yourself. Guys and gals, anything else before we get out of here?
That's everything with me.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter.
Happy
Later,
Easter.
everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Be looking for more with KDOT and Ellie, of course, in the future. I think we make a pretty good damn team. So anyways, later, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy that ham, turkey, whatever. Vote in the poll that I got up on my community post on what you guys like to eat. Comment on, comments help me a great deal, and it gives me fodder for the comment show on Saturdays. So anyways, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Easter dinners. Later, everybody.